Yes, I live alone. I have my own space.
Yes, I live alone. I have my own apartment. Yeah, which is my haven, basically.
No, I don't live alone. I live with my parents. I live everywhere, basically. I live with my parents. I live with my sister. I live with my brother. Yeah.
We're like gypsies. We just move around wherever we land, man. Yeah. We just crash.
I live everywhere with anybody at any time. Yeah.
I moved out of my parents' place at the age of 23. I moved out at the age of 23, and so that wasn't when I moved to this, like Lagos, where I got my own apartment, but that was when I moved out of my parents' place, and then I had to stay with relatives. I stayed with friends. I stayed with people I don't know. It was really a funny, long story. But then I now understood that staying with people is not the best, because you will never satisfy them. You can never do what they want. Even no matter how liberal they are, you will never. So I told myself that, okay, I have to get my own place.
For me, moving out of my parents' house is quite relative, because since I've been in uni, I've always had my own space. I've always really been big on creating my own space. So my room in uni, I basically sometimes don't go home, or maybe it was more like that was my home and then I go to my parents' house to visit them. So I would say technically I've been out of my parents' house like in my early 20s when I go to uni.
Well, I feel like it's hard to set a particular age to it, because it depends. Maybe you are going to school somewhere else. Maybe you are doing something. So it depends on at what age, you think you are ready, and also you can actually afford to live somewhere else away from your family. That's what I think.
And another thing that I think is very important, I mean, like she said, it's difficult to just put an age limit to it, but then some people mature quicker than others, some people are more ready than others, and like she said, circumstances sometimes, so it's hard to place an age limit on it.
So because it was the first time I had to really source for a place, at that time I was at that point where it's like, oh, you have to live where you are to get your own place. So I started, checking websites for all these things. It wasn't like it was stressful, but it was just a normal procedure, like check the website, talk to an agent would take me to one place. It wasn't just making sense. It wasn't difficult. Like that was when my worries for getting a place ended, because later I saw the place. I think I paid like a week after, and then I moved to. So that was how I got my place. And I have a landlord.
Yeah. Well, for me, where I'm staying right now, it wasn't difficult. It was super easy. Like the easiest accommodation I'll ever try to get or I've gotten. But before moving to Lagos, it was a hassle. I spent months, it was in Abuja, I spent months trying to get an accommodation. Nothing came through. I tried to move from a family member to the other. At some point, I got locked out. So after that, I had to reach out to someone else again to try and see, how I could get, possible accommodation. And the only solution at that point in time was to get a room in a hotel. And I basically stayed in a hotel room for, several months while I was in Abuja. Yeah, before I came back down to Lagos.
How was the experience? Did you get a job? Did you feel like did you get
Okay, well, yes, I did get judged. Once I come out of the hotel, you basically see the guys there. Some would look at me, disgustingly. Some would spit on the ground. Some would just, start saying different things. Of course, I didn't understand the language, but it's just start saying different things like, I don't know what. I could read from their, countenance. I was like, what's this one doing here, And also guys trying to approach you, thinking, oh, maybe you're a night nurse or something, So,
a night what? What do you call
night
it?
nurse.
Well, I did, when my sister was looking for her current place, we house hunted together, and I know there were some crazy requirements from some crazy landlords. I know one landlord was like, oh, are you going to be the only one? And she's like, yeah, both of us. And he's like, okay, don't come back home. Don't come back to the house later than 10 p.m. I'm going to be holding on to the key. There were just these rules, and he's like, if any other guests other than both of you, and it's not even like a service apartment, if any other guests other than both of you are coming in, I have to have the names of the person, especially if they are going to be guys. So those type, I was just like, what? And there was another woman who my sister was like telling her that she'd like to, sometimes she's like, no loud music, no this, that, you can't have too many friends in the house at the same time. And she was just the landlady, and she's like, can't have too many friends in the house at the same time. She was like, don't do this, don't do that. There were just so many rules, and it was just funny.
Personally, I haven't, I've thought about renting with my sister, but my dad wasn't having it. He outright said, because my dad is rather blunt, he just says what he's thinking, and he outright said it that people are going to think you're sluts. No, it's not happening. So
I don't think it's getting injured. I think there's a funny concern. I think I see it's more of a concern than being judged. My father, he never wanted me to stay alone. His reasons being that, a single girl in Lagos cannot cook alone. But when you start to stay alone, people start to look at you and have comments and reservations about you. But when you have a boyfriend or a husband to be, it starts to feel insecure. I've had guys who, when we meet for the first time, so where do you stay? I stay alone. They start initial, now, wow. Really? Where do you stay? Stay in Lekki when big girl. And then from there, I've had like a couple of guys who actually stopped talking to me. I didn't buy those things because in my head, I'm like, why not look at it from the angle of me trying to learn how to be independent, me trying to learn how to stand on my own from now.
I feel like, yes, girls are
in this society, definitely.
Yeah, mm-hmm. I've heard experiences from some of my friends, and even me personally, because I live with just my sister, it's just both of us. So sometimes I'm like, oh, I'm going to my place, and then people are like, oh, you live alone. And just for bands, I'm like, yeah, where? Lekki. And then, there's that whole judgment, like, oh, yeah, big girl, oh. But you know that they're not saying, oh, yeah, big girl in terms of, oh, you are actually, getting it, but like, oh, yeah, big girl.
And matter of fact, I've even heard of instances where like landlords and landladies are skeptical to rent out their property to single people because they just feel like, oh, they either don't want trouble or they don't want all their shenanigans coming in and out of their place. So yeah, I don't think I get judged because if they do judge me, they don't say it to my face. Matter of fact, I get people saying stuff like, man, you're so lucky you live with your family.
I don't think I get judged from my female friends. I think, it's even better when they come, there's food, it's easier. However, from guys, I know that some guys even cut me out of like things, and then they don't want to.
They're uncomfortable with the
situation. They don't want my dad to come and chase them, or some random funny. I've heard funny things like, oh, I don't want your dad to chase me. I don't want this. And I'm the kind of person that would say, if we're going on a date, come and pick me. So so sometimes we're like, oh, are your parents? I don't know, just come with an Uber. But yeah.
No, yeah, I do get. You come to my house.
Exactly. So sometimes guys are like, yeah, you just notice that change of, they don't feel like you're spontaneous. You can just hang out or do something. But yeah, I don't really care much about that.
As a single girl, I think it has just it has made me have control over a lot of things. A lot of things. I stay alone, but at the same time, I still filter the people that come into my house. Oh no, I still filter the guys that come into my house. If I don't want to come into my house, you won't come in. There's no, if you want to disappear, So I think it has made me understand the concept of control, the concept of, doing the right things, even in the midst of the unright things like surfacing, like, okay, you're a girl, you're single. Definitely, there are times you're lonely. Let's be realistic. There are times you want company and you don't want a female company, you want a guy. but at the same time, is it the right thing to do at that time? So it just gives you that chance to play it out and be like, it's what I want, but it's not what I need. So it gives you that the chance to play around with the right things. It has made me stronger, made me better, made me financially woke, because right now I know I have bills to pay, I have myself to take care of, I have my surroundings to take care of, so how do I balance? So it's taught me how to balance too. Yeah, it has made me see clearly the people that I actually want in my life and who I do not want. So yeah.
I feel it's something that every single girl has to go through.
Yeah.
Like, you should go through it. I don't know why in this age and time, you hear parents saying, "Oh no, she can't stay alone because she's a female child, she's a girl child," and that for me is quite disturbing, because first of all, if you stay alone, you discover yourself.
Yeah,
that's my opinion.
So there's no set curfew, but you just have to advise yourself that
absolutely,
this time I can't come. I'm going to my father's house. Who would open the gates for me? Will I start, walking?
I mean, I have a set of keys, but then out of respect for my parents, I'm living under someone's roof. I'm not just going to be gallivanting into the night and then think, because nobody's going to say anything, I'm just going to be strolling in at 1:00 in the morning. No.
And then me, I come from a Catholic family, so it's
same here.
It's like, what are you doing at night? Well, you can't do it during the day. What are you doing in the middle of the night that you can't do during the day? So it's like, my dad's not going to have it. It's a night. It's not going to do that. He's deep.
No, I don't judge guys who live with their parents. However, I feel like as you're getting older, if you have a job, if it's within your means, I feel like once you're getting matured and you're able to, I feel like it's best to get your own place. But
okay, so if you're at a certain age, I actually will judge you. Sorry, what's going on? What's going on there? Are you so tight to your mom's apron? Go to your house, please.